come and take me away.
We say, what's wrong with your planet? You chose to be there. We're not going to take you away from the path you chose. Now, certainly there will come a day when such interactions will occur, but they must occur by you meeting us halfway. We can't take you away. You have to come halfway, in a sense, energetically, in your belief systems, in your understandings, in your behavior. But the idea really, again, is that any such encounters on many different levels have already been arranged. These appointments have already been made. The only way to miss those appointments is to spend time worrying that you will miss those appointments. But if you simply live your life and trust the path you chose and trust that it will contain whatever is representative of your highest excitement, then you will simply keep those appointments. And if you have decided that such an encounter is relevant to the theme you chose to explore, then there will be absolutely nothing that will prevent such an encounter from happening. Except, as I said, wondering and spending time and worrying if such an encounter will ever happen. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
That is what we would say. Oh, we did say it.
You said it. All right, my next question is, Bashar is a consciousness, right?
I am,
okay.
just as you
Bashar
are.
Is, okay.
I do have a type of physicality.
Okay. Oh, that's another question. I'll ask that later.
I am what you would represent as a physical extraterrestrial hybrid being. Now, in our evolutionary progress, as you say, we are coming closer and closer and closer to being non-physical, which is one of the reasons why we are at a point where we can do what we do, such as channeling through one of my past incarnations, the channel sitting before you. In that sense, you could say I am the channel's future self, colloquially speaking. And since we are now at a point where we can behave very malleably, very flexibly in space and time, and since I know that all things coexist simultaneously, then for me there is no separation between myself in the present and my so-called past self, which is just another present version of me. So the idea is that we do still have a physicality. You would perceive us as about 5 feet tall, relatively slender, whitish gray skin coloration. There are males, there are females. The males usually have no hair. The females do. It tends to be white, though there are exceptions to that. Our eyes are slightly larger than yours. Our noses, our mouths, our ears are a little bit smaller. Our heads are a little bit larger than yours. But you would perceive us as physical.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Kind of. I'll jump into one of the other questions. All right. In relation to the physical existence that you have on your planet, what are a couple examples of your highest joy?
I'm doing it right now. I also explore the idea of other worlds. I'm a first contact specialist. I make contact for the first time with other civilizations. These are my joys. There are other joys. But right now, this is my highest joy because this is what I'm doing. If it wasn't my highest joy, I wouldn't be doing it. That's your first clue.
What's your perspective on ascended masters and archangels in relation to our...
My perspective on them is something like this.
Touche.
And sometimes like this. And sometimes like this. Sometimes like this. Sometimes like that. Basically, the idea of what you typically on your planet refer to as an angelic energy. We can euphemistically say, now of course this is in a sense a symbol, but we can euphemistically say that they are the next step down from all that is. The first split off from all that is are what you call angelic consciousnesses. Does that make sense, first of all?
Not yet.
All right. You understand the concept of all that is?
Yes.
What you typically call God?
Yes.
Well, you understand that everything is made of God, yes?
Yes.
Therefore, everything in a sense is like a step down, taking the frequency and differentiating it and splitting it up into smaller and smaller and smaller pieces? Yes?
Yes.
All right. Well, the angelic realm is the first step down from God. The first reflection of all that is into many reflections. That's what you call the angelic level. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Ascended masters are simply beings who allow themselves to incorporate within their expression of being in any given reality more or most of the totality of the collective consciousness of that reality, and the vibration raises up, and they can sometimes remain in that reality, dispensing information, sharing information, or they can ascend to the point where they completely leave that reality, maybe even leave physical reality altogether. Ascension is just a matter of degree of frequency, in the same way that you could say that steam is the ascended master of ice. Make sense?
Perfect. Thank you. Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Well, thank you.
Next question is.
Last question.
Last question is. I was trying to push it. Christ consciousness.
That's the collective energy of your entire world. Just as Buddha nature is, just as Krishna spirit is, doesn't matter what you call it. It's the collective expression of your world through a single individual. Make sense?
Exact. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
And you good day.
I just want you to know that I've really gained a lot of knowledge, wisdom from all the works that I've seen from you.
Well, thank you for choosing to add that knowledge to yourself.
Well, it has worked for me. I wrote myself a permission slip.
Thank you.
Have my name pulled out of the hat.
All right.
It seems to have worked pretty well.
Speak up and be bold so that all may hear what you have to share.
Okay. You have said that your ship is, above us.
Yes.
Balancing the energy of the vortex.
Yes.
So one would have to assume that we are pretty much out of balance if that's necessary.
All you have to do is kind of look around.
Yeah. Exactly my point. What I'd like to ask is, how is that working out?
Well, we'll put it to you this way. Our ship is acting, in a sense, like a barometer. The closer we come to the surface of your planet indicates more integrity, more wholeness, more cohesiveness, yes? So the idea is that when we began to hold that position, we were approximately 2,500 of your miles up. Now we are 1,936.
All right. Well, there's obviously a lot of whacked out energy on this planet at this time, so you might have to land someday to really clean it up.
Oh, no. In fact, just the opposite. The idea is that we cannot land until you clean it up a bit.
Okay.
Because the idea is that really our respective realities are completely not vibrationally compatible in their natural state, so to speak. I don't mean natural in the sense of what your true nature is. I mean natural in the sense of what you have created it to be. The idea, therefore, is that since you are not in your natural states, and we are, the vibrations are highly incompatible. You have to allow yourself to become a little bit more cohesive in your natural vibration so that when we encounter each other, our vibrational resonance won't burn you out, won't overwhelm you, won't create psychotic shock by forcing things to the surface of your consciousness that you yourselves have suppressed and say you're not ready to face. This is the cause of many of the fears that come up when people talk about encounters with other beings from other dimensions and other realities. It isn't even necessarily that those beings are doing anything to create fear. It's just that their very presence, coming from a higher dimension, a higher frequency of reality, can force things to the surface of your consciousness that you're not willing to face. And in that sense, what you're experiencing is the fear of yourself, the fear of your own power. Make sense?
Yep.
So we take this process slowly, cautiously, dispensing information to all of you to allow you to decide what to absorb, what to leave behind, and we take our cue from you when you are truly ready. Now, we have an overall sense, as we read your energy now, of the probability window in which open contact may begin to occur, and as we read the energy now, it seems likely that it will occur with a high degree of probability sometime between your years of 2025 and 2033, that open contact will begin in some fashion. We do not exactly know what fashion because you have not yet completely crystallized this resonance on your planet. But that seems the most likely window for that to begin to occur.
Okay, one more question.
Yes.
From up there, you must have noticed all the chemtrails being sprayed all over our globe.
From time to time.
My question is, I'd like to know why. I don't know if it's they think they're doing this with good intention or if they're really just trying to kill us all.
They, in some sense, are under the misguided impression that they need to do certain things in a certain way to balance out the climate of your planet. But the idea is that they're actually putting a lot more poisons in the air because they're not necessarily using the substance that would actually work. Gold.
Atomic gold?
Yes. If they were to use that, it would actually balance out the climate of your planet with absolutely no ill side effects whatsoever. But because you value the idea of the gold in a completely different way, you hoard it in that sense and don't use it in these kinds of circumstances where it would actually be of benefit to your entire global climate pattern. Now, much of what you're experiencing is, in a sense, a natural cycle, although it has been exacerbated by many of the things that the people on your planet have done technologically. But the idea of warming and cooling cycles on your planet are natural and periodic. The idea, however, is that you can balance them out much more smoothly by approaching them with an appropriate form of technology, which you're not doing. So, in a sense, they sort of think they're trying to balance some of these things out, but like many of the things you think improve your life, they're highly toxic. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Now, there are other things connected to this, but we don't go into those. We are staying on the level of the idea of expressing the direct technological connection and effects, and we are not at this point of a mind to deal with any other particular intentions that might be connected to this scenario. All right?
Okay.
Do you wish to remain in the negative world?
No.
Then we will not reinforce that negativity. You see, this is a very interesting paradoxical use of power. The idea is that many people on your planet have a very strong control of information. They have first and foremost used that control of information to make it appear as if they actually control more than they do. So the idea is that when individuals, and again, it doesn't mean that you should not be aware that individuals may have negative intentions, but when many individuals go to the extremes of starting to look into what you call conspiracy theories, and they assign these powers, these abilities to do the things that you're all afraid they can do to these people, you are thus then giving them that ability. So the great, I'll just say it this way, the great joke from those people attempting to give you that impression is that the people that are attempting to be whistleblowers are actually their greatest advertisers. Because they make people believe that they actually have the ability to do more than they do. And that's the joke. So lighten up on yourselves. Don't give them the power, and you will shift your vibration to a parallel reality in which they don't even exist eventually. All right?
That'd be very nice.
That's how you change the world. You don't change the world you're in. You change yourself through your actions, through your knowingness, through your energy, through your behaviors, and you shift yourself to a parallel world that's already more reflective of the world that is representative of the change you've made in yourself. Does that help?
Yes, it does.
Then happy trails to you.
Hello.
And to you, good day.
It's an honor to meet you.
And you as well.
Thank you. Would you talk to us about Jesus?
Yes, I
Because
would.
I have a feeling that he was misunderstood in his day.
Very
and-
much so.
and-
Still misunderstood to
And
this
the
day.
Bible, I'm thinking, isn't an accurate translation of what he was trying to
Not
teach
always,
us
no.
and tell us.
No. Much of what, in that sense, that individual was teaching is very similar to what you are now understanding in what you call your metaphysical age. The idea is that simply people back then couldn't understand it. But to put it in a more fundamental sense, Yeshua, or as you say, Jesus, really did not intend in any way, shape, or form to create followers. Intended to create leaders, equals. Did not intend to create Christians per se, intended to let you all know you are Christ's. That's the greatest misunderstanding of the information. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So much of what you're understanding today is the idea that that individual was teaching. Even down to the concept of how powerfully your beliefs create your reality, yes?
Yes.
Because did not, in that sense, at least to some degree, the Bible quote him as saying, it is your belief, it is your faith that has made the difference? Yes? And did it not also say that when Yeshua even went back to his hometown, because people there only knew him as a carpenter and did not believe in the things that other people said he could do none of those things in his hometown. And the Bible says so, very clearly. You understand?
Yes.
It's all about the idea of your belief system. It's all about the idea of what you know to be true. It's all about your actions, all about your alignment. This is all that individual was saying, and that's what he meant when he said, I am the way. He meant, be this way. I'm the example. I'm the way. Be like me. Don't go around telling everyone how to be. Be like me. Make sense?
Yes.
Does this answer your question sufficiently, or is there some other avenue you wish to explore about this?
All right. Well, it's kind of related to, I've had this pain in my neck, shoulder, arm for over a year, and I've been trying to let it go.
All
I
right.
release it, bless
All
it,
right.
let it go, and it's not going.
All right.
So
Well, what
how do I do that?
specifically in your belief system is causing the pain in your neck?
The MRI says I have a bulge disc.
All right. And what are you going to do about that? You do understand that sometimes the idea of physical manipulation can be just as valid a permission slip as any kind of energetic work, yes?
Yes.
It's all about the path of least resistance that works best for you.
And I've tried all kinds of things.
And
nothing's working.
nothing at all.
Sorry. Suggestions?
No, you don't have to be sorry. First of all, when in your time frame did it begin? And what was going on in your life when it did?
Over a year ago.
Yes.
I've got stress in my life. Everybody's got stress in their life.
Oh, really? I don't.
I want to be like you.
Why do you have stress? Why are you stressing yourself out of alignment? Ha-ha. Why?
I'm guessing it was shortly after my daughter moved home again.
And why is that stressful?
We don't get along the greatest sometimes.
Is that because she's too much like you?
In some ways.
All right. What is it about what she reflects to you that you don't like about yourself?
I don't know.
Oh, sure you do. Don't play games.
I don't know. As she was growing up,
All right, well, what don't you approve of in her?
she's a slob. Her room looks like a tornado hit it.
Really?
Yeah.
And you have never been one?
No, actually, that's not one of my faults. I have plenty, but that's not one of them.
Fault? A fault, is it?
In my mind, I guess it is.
Oh, all right, thank you very much. And since you are now putting that kind of invalidation and judgment on it, since you have never been one and can't possibly imagine how it would serve anyone to be one,
Correct?
well, doesn't that begin to tell you something?
I brought this on myself.
You're invalidating that state of being by insisting so strongly that there's something wrong with it. Now, we understand that it may not necessarily be the most organized state that someone can be in. Nevertheless, it begins coming from you as a value judgment, or perhaps we shall say as a devaluation.
Okay.
So, rather than looking at it as something different that simply isn't your preference, you have, in a sense, actually labeled it as something wrong with her.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. Therefore, if you label something in someone else as wrong, the only thing they can actually reflect back to you is the same thing. There's something in you that's wrong. Do you understand?
Oh,
and
boy.
therefore, that's the
Yeah.
reflection to you that the so-called wrong that's going on in you is the labeling of something else as wrong. You see the paradox here?
Yep. Looking
So,
in the mirror here.
Oh yes, always.
Yep.
So when you relax your devaluation of that idea, there will be no need necessarily for the other person to reflect it to you, at least not to the degree that seems to irk you.
Got it.
You follow me?
Got it.
Then they may say, oh, well, I have nothing to bounce this off of anymore. Well, guess I'll just clean up my room then.
All right.
You understand the process going on here as
Got
we're
it.
describing it in this perhaps overly simplistic form, but nevertheless
Makes
reflective.
sense.
Yes.
Yes.
Is this helping you?
Yeah.
All right. Now, how's your neck feel at the moment?
About the same.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. I'm not saying you have to instantaneously transform this. This can be a process at whatever rate you are comfortable with. It's your permission slip to see reflections. But you see, let's hearken back to that Bible for just a moment, because that's actually the meaning of the phrase, judge not, lest ye be judged. It's not about really the idea that you will be judged by others. It's about the idea that as you judge, in the negative context, you become the vibration of judgment itself. And thus, in that sense, you are judging yourself.
Wow.
You
Thank
follow?
you. Thank you.
All right, so as we have often said, the true path to enlightenment is obviously and often simply lightening up on yourself. Make sense? And when you lighten up on yourself, you will lighten up on others. Because no one will be seen as a threat.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Because the only reason someone would feel, in that sense, the devaluation to be needed is because they sense that as some kind of a threat. They're labeling it as a threat to their world. As if that person had any power at all to affect the reality you experience, which they do not. Do you understand?
Yes.
Really?
I think so.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bashar,
And to you, good day.
my question, actually, my questions began this morning, and then the Willa transmission actually was
Yes.
so direct with the questions that I had.
Yes.
They answered them, as well as I remembered a dream I had
All right.
3 nights ago
Yes.
of the coyote fox
Yes.
figure with that came to me.
All right. Well, you may
And-
have already been thus then picking up on the energy.
Yes.
As you say, ahead of time, but not really ahead of time because everything is concurrent.
Okay, and then she raised her hand, and there was an eye in her palm.
Yes.
And so I have a couple questions. One, what that means, but also, when in this first contact experience, are we individually picking up on certain individuals within your experience,
Maybe.
or
Maybe
is
not.
it more of a
Maybe.
generalization?
Maybe. Depends on the person. You have to take it on a case-by-case basis. Every individual is different. What they will pick up on will be relevant for them. Sometimes you'll pick up on a generality. Sometimes you'll pick up on a specificity. It just depends on that particular moment, that particular person, in that particular energy state.
Okay.
Case by case.
So for us to integrate, is it just really about trusting whatever's coming, or is there anything in particular to focus with? Because it brought for me,
Well,
it's a,
you can focus with whatever permission slip you wish.
Okay.
Does it need to be more complicated than that?
no.
Are you sure? We know how many of you love to complicate things. So if you want to add more complexity, by all means, go ahead. We understand that sometimes one of the greatest difficulties your people have is allowing things to actually be simple. But it is that simple. Do you need anything else? You have to ask yourself that question. Is it just this? Or is it this and that and that and that? It's up to you, really, completely up to you to decide what you need to allow it to be so. Yes?
I guess trusting at that level of experience is new to me, because it's...
Oh, it's no. Did you not hear what we said about not having to learn to trust?
Okay.
The level is the same. The level of trust is the same for everything you trust in. It's 100%.
Okay.
There is no different level of trust. It's just what you're putting your 100% trust in.
Okay.
That's the thing. That's the difference. So if you have decided that you're putting your 100% trust in something you don't prefer, that's out of alignment with yourself, that doesn't resonate with you, then decide what else to put your trust in. And that's what you will experience. It's not about levels of trust.
I'm trusting in the adventure and the exploration of it all.
All right. And when you behave like you know that to be true, it will be experienced as true. Because remember, knowingness and behavior are synonymous. Okay. It's even above and beyond the idea of belief. When you know something to be true, you just do it. You don't think about it. It's like having walked across the room to the microphone, yes? You just knew you could do it, so you did it. You didn't go, well, there's that microphone over there. I think I can walk over to it, and I believe I can walk over to it. And I believe my foot will move, and I believe my next foot will move. No, you just knew you could do it, and you did it. That's the difference. Knowing is synonymous with behavior. What you know you do, you do. Make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Does that help?
Yes.
Thank you.
The eye in the hand,
Yes, what about it?
does it have a significance?
It always has significance. What's the significance to you? It's your symbol.
Ah, okay.
So, do you want to share or do you want to keep it to yourself? It doesn't matter.
I guess it's the having sight beyond what we normally see.
And in the hand,
And in the hand of,
meaning,
it was in the
if you
hand.
had just seen the eye, then that alone, okay, would be the idea of sight beyond what you normally see. But you said the eye was in the hand.
Yes.
Therefore, the hand is symbolic of
Doing?
your reality, yes, creating your reality, what you call manipulation of your reality.
Okay.
So the idea is when you see your reality more clearly, you'll be able to transform it and change it more readily, more consciously. Yes?
Yes, okay.
Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Daniel.
Oh, all right, if you insist.
I'm really excited that I'm talking to a being that's off planet, that's here to embrace us and support us. So
All right, well, we are very excited to be talking to all of you down there.
Thank you. My question is, how do we fully let go of fear and embrace self-love?
By discovering how it is that the fear serves you in your belief system. In other words, you don't hold on to a negative belief if you don't believe that it serves you somehow in a positive way, or at least what you believe to be a positive way. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, to protect us, keep us safe.
Yes, because if you have two choices, and you know that this choice might be empirically what you would actually prefer, but you're not choosing it, you're afraid to choose it, what that means is you've attached a belief to that thing that is actually representative of your excitement that somehow makes it seem to be the more dangerous choice. Mm-hmm. Now, if you didn't attach that belief to it, it would appear to be your excitement and you would act on it, you would choose it. So the question is, well, if I'm afraid to act on what I say is really my excitement, well, what would I have to believe is true about what will happen if I choose it that makes me so afraid of choosing it? And then you will find out what that fear is, what that belief is. You'll identify it, and as soon as you identify it, you'll see it has nothing to do with you. It's something you picked up along the way. It belongs to someone else. You've stolen someone else's belief. You're a belief thief. Drop it. It doesn't belong to you. Let it go. It's not yours. But you have to identify what it is before you can do that, because you can't work with what you don't know. Make sense?
Yes.
Is this helping?
Yes.
Anything else?
Well, there's the other part. How do we embrace self-love? How do we fully love ourselves?
Why don't you fully love yourself would be the question we would ask. What's stopping you from doing that? You see, if you find or think even that you have a negative belief preventing you from being yourself, then why not really just explore it from that direction? Amplify, magnify the negative belief. Ask yourself, what is the most horrifying, terrifying thing I can imagine will happen if I fully love myself? What does that mean? What will that mean if I do that? And then when you ask the question that way and you aren't afraid to find out what the fear is, then you will allow yourself to begin truly exploring. What would I have to believe is true in order to stop myself from being who I know I am? What would I have to believe is true? Oh, let's see. If I fully loved myself, I would be this incredible being and I would lose all my friends because they couldn't relate to me anymore. I know it sounds really crazy, but we've actually heard that belief on your planet. Just letting you in on a little secret. Beliefs like that actually exist on your planet. We don't know how they can, but they do. But you get the point. That may or may not be your particular belief, but it acts as an illustration for the kind of beliefs that might prevent you from moving in the direction of your joy because you've attached a concept of what will happen if you do that is less than pleasant. So when you find out that that belief is attached there, you'll let it go. Because it will be nonsensical and illogical to hold on to it once you realize what it is and it has nothing to do with what you prefer. You'll just let it go. And you will start feeling more of the love. You will let more of the love, the unconditional love of creation in. You will start loving yourself enough to do that. And in essence, what you will do is you will stop arguing with creation. Because you see, the only reason, in a sense, that you would feel you can't fully love yourself is that you're actually inventing reasons and telling God, I'm not worthy. And in a sense, it's like you're throwing the gift back in God's face. Now, God doesn't care. But the idea really is that you're actually resisting your natural state. You're saying, you, in unconditional love, of which I'm a part, still somehow made a mistake. I don't belong. Now, while many people on your planet might actually think that that is, in some sense, over-exaggerated humility, it's actually over-exaggerated hubris and arrogance. Because you're saying, out of all of creation that is worthy, I alone am not worthy of unconditional love. I alone stand outside and above and beyond all beings in creation who receive and allow themselves to be fully loved and love themselves. I am unique in that way. I am special. Is this making some sense?
Totally. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, our unconditional love to you.
Thank you.
Yes. Are your stomachs grumbling? Is it time for nutrition? All right, then we will allow you to take your nutrition break and we'll resume this transmission afterwards. Enjoy your break. How's it going? And besides, isn't this cozier?
It is, but sometimes, you know, being with you, it's like being in a circus.
Well, with as much clowning around as you people do, it's no wonder.
So funny. Oh my goodness. So I have some more names to call. First one is Ann Lee. The second one is Apollo Poetry. The third one is Elena St. Martin. And the next one is Fazel or Lazel.
And that will do for the moment.
That's exactly how.
Yes.
That's exactly how many I picked.
All right.
I'm getting good at this.
Synchronicity abounds.
All right, thank you. Oh, so would anyone whose name was called like to come up? Oh, you're putting someone else on the spot.